Hey all you zealots and zerglings, it's time for a 4 versus 4 on the map Fossil Quarry. We've got Spartan here as the yellow Protoss. Contrarian is the pink Protoss. Wolfpack as the green Terran. And someone we don't see that often, Night Clone as the orange Protoss. As you can see, they are going to be going up against Lilac, the purple Terran. We've got Factor, the red Protoss, and yes, I have to say it, I wonder if he's going to be a Factor in this game. I'm sorry, it had to be said. It was a law, and I can't be violating the laws here. We have Greenpeace, the blue Protoss, and finally, Final Angel, the final player, as the teal Protoss. I'm not sure if I'm relatively familiar with this map. It looks like we have big shared base for everybody. Wow, really big. We got a ramp here. Ramp here. This little expansion in the middle. Then we got all these expansions flowing out over here. These look fun to take. And we got a gold over here blocked by the rocks. You know what, actually I think I have seen this map before. I don't think I've played on it, but something this little double gold setup here looks kind of familiar, so it's quite possible I have seen this before. And apparently Night Clone is very protective of his expansions. I'm not sure which one is his. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, I guess Spartan doesn't know either. Apparently, all of them are his expos. So we expect to see Night Clone to heptuple expand before he gets... Oh, he's already got his gate, so much for that. Never mind. And we got Wolfpack executing a wall off here. Looks like there might be a gap there. I'm not sure, but there's no 6 minutes. You're gonna rush in 6 minutes? Boy, it must be he's gonna get up all of the expansions in 5 then. So this will be quite impressive. I guess once he has all that income going, he can just throw down a bunch of gateways and have a whole round of like 800 zealots in just, you know, that last minute there. Final Angel's gonna be trying to do a wall off here. Got a lot more room left to cover, however. And it looks like everyone's attempting some manner of wall off. Sometimes I think people are a little too fast to wall off. I don't know if any of these players were random, so you never know when you're going to get a Zerg. But I mean, these ramps, if they're going to rush you, you're probably not going to block it off in time. So is this the wall for later in the game when they get more powerful units and it's harder for you to get your army to protect it? I don't know. But everyone's executing the wall off. I'm going to speed this up here. This is a pretty big map. Obviously, no one has actually pushed out to the center of the map. Nobody has scouted. Getting a lot of barracks down for Lilac. And a tech lab and a reactor. So I don't know if he's going for upgrades or if he's just going to go for some Marine Marauder. Looks like he's getting combat shield, so maybe he's just going heavy Marine. We got a lot of Zealots here getting first Stalker out for Final Angel. Zealot Stalker over here as well. Or he's not chrono boosting that warp gate, he's chrono boosting his probes out, so getting that chrono boost used. Oh, it looks like we're almost ready for an attack. We might want to slow this down here because it looks like we're about ready to see some action. Are you ready for an attack? And here comes Final Angel. Gonna scout for that early expand. It's not there. Meanwhile, oh, looks like Night Clone's gonna make that decision, saying we are gonna hit right here, which may not be a bad idea. Just some Marines here and one Marauder. A decent Protoss army would do pretty good against that. And this Zealot, oh, is not in a good position. Is he going to get away? The Stalkers are going to chase after it. And they're advancing to this watchtower, but if they attack the way Night Clone has instructed them, and that Zealot is going to go down. If they attack the way he instructed him, oh, gotta be careful. You don't want to get spotted by that watchtower. They're ever so close. Oh, and I think they're going to spot that probe. If they're watching, they are going to spot that probe. They will see that probe, but so far nothing else, and they're going to go move to attack it. Oh, but now we're going to see some Stalkers here. The attack is going to quickly be revealed. Oh, and they're going to catch Spartan Stalkers out here alone, but yeah, they're going to be reinforcing this right away. And not so much of a surprise attack. Did I just see Blink? Wow, Night Clone already has Blink 8 minutes into the game. That's going to be one of the fastest Blinks I think I've ever recall seeing. And they're decimating this army. Could this game be over here pretty soon? We got to push out here. Oh, looks like, once again, Spartan's got his Stalkers caught in a bad position. You're engaging this with too small units. You need to pull back to where the rest of the armies are, because this force is just nothing, but they are going to pull back. They're going to micro back, try to take out as many of those Zealots as possible. And are they going to push forward now that they've taken the Zealots out? No, they're going to keep pulling back. And, oh, now they're getting Night Clone here. Boy, there's just attacks going on over here. And it looks like this front wall is done, but if you pull back, don't pull back now, you're going to leave Night Clone all alone, and they're just getting their armies way too split up. They're not focusing their armies, and these guys are going to just sit here and watch this pylon go down. Oh, no, Contrarian's going to pull in, Night Clone's going to pull back. There's just does not seem to be any good coordination here right now. Is everyone, these little clusters of units are just kind of splintering off in all directions right now. But they are cleaning up the front of the base, and a quick blink is going to keep those from escaping. Those Marines for Lilac are like, no, thank you. We want to live. Careful, Contrarian. You're going in there alone, Contrarian. You're going to lose all those Stalkers, Contrarian. You don't have blink. Oh, one Stalker goes down. Two Stalkers go down, and three Stalkers. He's going to lose another Stalker. No, he's going to pull that one back in time. But now they're going to be flanked by Greenpeace here. I don't know if this is the best attack. Oh, and those three Stalkers are going to get canceled. They will not make it in. I do believe you get a full refund when that sort of thing happens, though, which is a good store policy for Pylons R Us. But again, they're just kind of getting separated. They're not getting their forces together, and I think they've taken a lot of needless losses. And oh, Wolfpack, they're going to pull back. I think they're going to try to pull back now. We take a quick moment to check the units lost, and Contrarian's lost too much. Getting way too aggressive, and oh! Wolfpack's gonna take the Stalker for Night Clone with him and saying, sorry buddy, you're with us. This Stalker has no choice but to come attack, and he's like, no! I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know if they're coordinating this, but this seems like a bad engagement right here. I don't know, unless Night Clone's just using Wolfpack as cannon fodder, but this is looking pretty bad right now. But they are staying on the aggressive, and sometimes that does pay off. And yeah, now Factor's got a little bit of it. Oh, is he gonna reveal this expansion? A lot of cannons here, though. They'd be wise not to try to engage that directly. And then again, Contrarian's losing more forces. He's being very careless with his army this game. He's usually so careful. I think he's just in awe of the might of Night Clone that he's just lost all unit control. I hear they have a pill for that. Oh, and Night Clone looks like he wants to blink in that base. Is he going to get the scan he needs? Contrarian doesn't have blink, so he can't get in there, but no scan. There's the scan. Where's the blink? Oh, and he's using that excellent blink micro. But if he's not careful, not all of his units are going to actually be able to blink in there. Oh, nope, he does get them all in. But he's got to start attacking. Oh, and there's the DT in just seconds before he was going to be able to take out that Dark Shrine. So one DT is going to get out on the map, and that's going to be a big problem for him. And was he going to go for the? Is he going to go for the Twilight Council so they can't get out anymore? No, he might be trying to escape now. Right here in the Final Angels expansion. Here comes the blink. Here comes the blink. I know he's going to blink. I think he's going to blink. There's the blink, and Final Angel has nothing here. And Contrarian's like blink down. Too late. Here he is. Wait a minute. It looked like they were shooting Night Clone Stalkers there for a second. I couldn't have seen that right. Contrarian, your units are a little bit close, and oh, and Contrarian, careful, you're going to get your units killed again. Night Clone's going the other direction. No, but Spartan's going to use his small Stalker force as cannon fodder yet again. What's going down on here? I guess Wolfpack's going to be defending an expansion he's trying to take. But they got to get out of here now. This is too much for them to handle. They're going to throw away all these Stalkers. They can't throw away all these Stalkers. It'd be a huge waste. And Night Clone's going to blink back, let Contrarian take the brunt of the attack again, and he's like, okay, we're done. We're done here now. We are done. Contrarian, you got to pull your units out of there. Contrarian, get your Stalkers out of there. Oh, you need blink more than Night Clone just because you've been very careless with your units this game. And we take another check of the units lost. Contrarian is just getting hammered. More than anybody else, and more than several players combined as well. You can probably pick almost any 3 players except for Final Angel, and Contrarian has taken more damage than all of them combined. And now it looks like the team in the northeast is on the offensive now, and this is a pretty small force for Spartan. They might want to pull back to the cannons. There's only one cannon firing. They might want to pull back to the cannons. Pull back to the... Well, now 2 cannons are firing, but still. And it looks like Nightclone's going to come in here, let Contrarian be the cannon fighter once again, but it looks like they've broken into Spartan's mineral line. He's going to try to pull those probes out of there, taking a lot of damage. And Wolfpack, who's trying to secure his expansion, his units are way out of position to help defend this, which is just kind of the nature of 4v4 sometimes. You just don't have the... there's maps just too big, and Nightclone using some excellent single Stalker Blink Micro. And I think this attack may have overextended itself. I don't think they did quite the damage that they needed to. Oh, but they did get a D. There is a DT in there, and there is no detections there right now. So this DT is going to do a ton of damage. Already up to 3 kills, and now 4. And it looks like, is Nightclone going to try to blink on the high ground to get away from the stock or the DT? I guess not. They're going to try to clean up the rest of us, which I think they got this taken care of, except for this DT. They've got to do something about that DT. There it is. Somebody shoot at it. Okay. So that's going to clean that up. And let's check the income right now, because I got to see what the heck's going on. Looks like Nightclone doing excellent, despite the fact he's only on 2 bases instead of the 18 that he promised us. Nightclone, I'm very disappointed in you. And Factor is also being a factor in this game. I'm sorry. I had to say it. It was sitting there on the table. If I didn't pick it up and run with it, somebody else would have. And they're all running down here. Are they expecting another counterattack, or was there something I missed? Or maybe he's going to break down these right. Yeah, it looks like he wants to take this gold expansion now. And Contrarian's going to take this gold. Gee, I don't know. It'd almost be better if they busted down these rocks and take this gold, because there's better defense. Although with Factor right here, I don't know if that would necessarily be a good thing. And Factor found the V key on his keyboard. But against all these Stalkers, I don't know if that's a good idea. But Nightclone, I'm surprised. Early Blink, but no upgrades right now. And 2 Forges just sitting dormant. So I'm a little surprised about that. He is getting Colossus Tech out. Thermal Lance on the way. But that's just odd. No upgrades yet. And a double Forge to boot. Looks like we've kind of fallen into a macro mode now. Everyone's mending their wounds, bandaging their broken arms, and grabbing some expansions because they realize they just don't have the income to fund all this death. So we got Contrarian taking this gold over here. Looks like Lilac's going to be taking this gold. Going to be long distance mining there for a second. Oh no, he's going to keep his SCVs there for now until he can get that command center over there. And what does he spy? Apparently he sees that observer somehow. Which means good eyes. They're guys moving around. Okay, so they're moving. And oh, we got a warp prism there, and he's got DTs and mineral line. But a scan is going to help clean those up. Now the scan's gone. And Contrarian giving a little bit slow on the commands there. And those DTs are trying their best to get out of the scan radius, but nope, they will get cleaned up. And I think we need to get some cannons down there. I definitely know that you have the forges up. Oh, and he could use... Oh, if he walked those Colossi over here, he could just burn down those SCVs, but I have a feeling he is not even thinking of it. Does not even know that base is taken, but he could just walk those Colossi over here and do so much damage. These forces... I don't think these forces are in a position to take those Colossus out if they're very careful. Well, I don't know. I guess a quick stim, they could do a lot of damage to those Colossi, so maybe it's not a good idea to move in there, but... Oh, it's just got to be so tempting, I imagine. And Final Angel, is he going to take this gold, or is he getting ready for a little bit of attack of his own? I'm not really sure what's going on there. And we're playing Observer races. And it looks like Final Angel's Observer... Oh no, Contrarian's going to lose his Observer! And another blink over here. I don't know if he saw the void. Yep, he sees the void rays right now. No upgrades on those void rays, and these rocks are about to come down. Oh, and Wolfpack's gonna nuke, but I really don't know about that as a choice because they obviously weren't there long enough to do anything, and that nuke's not gonna land. But, oh, those ghosts could be a factor later on. I don't know. Oh, and all these Colossi, these infantry are no chance to survive. Those Colossi are just gonna burn them down. So an ill-advised tech there, but then we got a battle going here with all the Contrarian Stalkers. It does not have the blink. 2-1-1 on those upgrades. But ooh, there's a lot of Immortals here. Plus 2 Immortals, which means they're doing 60 damage to these Stalkers per shot. That is a lot. They can pretty much start, well, oh, I don't want to do the math right now. There's exciting things, and things are moving and shooting and exploding, and it's just chaos. So I don't know what initiated that battle. But Contrarian, oh, he's going to send some Zealots in there to die. So that seemed to be another bad engagement for Contrarian. He's just been getting hounded, and oh, I think these cannons are not going to be enough to hold this off. It's a lot of cannons, but you need to pull back to the cannons. You need to pull back to the cannons. Okay, I guess now he's technically... Oh! Cancel? I don't know if canceling was a good idea, because now these cannons are exposed and they can't do damage. You might have been wise to keep those there long enough to let the cannons do some damage. So I don't know about that decision, and this gold looks in extreme danger right now. But it looks like Nightclone's about ready to do a counterattack right here. And this is a pretty small force. Is he going to go up here to the gold, or is he going to go down here to the expansion? I guess he's going to wipe out these Marines first, and well, he's just going to give everyone a taste of his thermal lance. And yeah, ooh, he's even mixing in Archons now, and that will be very, very nice. Archon's very good, especially against this bio ball that apparently the Terran is going for here, Lilac. Oh, and he's going to go for the Void Ray line, but there's a lot of Photon Cannons here. He's going to take his Stalkers are going to take a ton of damage trying to take out these Photon Cannons. But it looks like he's kind of set on it. And wow, Factor taking 2 expansions here. I didn't even notice that. And it looks like he's had enough. There's just too many cannons there. And then we've got Wolfpack pushing the center of the map. He's got 1-1. I think he needs a lot more Marauders. I mean, there's a lot of stock. Well, I guess against the Void Rays, you wouldn't want too many Marauders, but there's a lot of Stalkers out in this map. And oh, we got another engagement here. It looks like the green piece is pushing. Contrarian lost his expansion, and the push still continues. They've not been able to fend this off because Wolfpack and Nightclone are on the other side of the map trying to do their own damage. And I guess they must have tried to assault that orbital. And Wolfpack trying to make the long trek back to the other side of the map. But it looks like they did finally have enough to clean it up. And Contrarian's still losing a ton. Although Factor's catching up. And Spartan's catching up too. And Greenpeace is not in all that good a shape either. Right now, Wolfpack seems to be the most cost-effective guy here. But I haven't really seen his forces in that many battles. He just seems to be kind of moving around the center of the map, and well, we have a Zealot there. Apparently Nightclone is wondering if anyone has gas. Oh, and Wolfpack's gonna send some ghosts there. Is he gonna nuke? Well, I don't know if the nuking here is gonna be a good idea. Well, let's see how many of these mules he can actually get. None. No mules. So good response there from Lilac. Not gonna do any good there. It might have been just better to send those Colossi over. And they're going to get right back. He could send those ghosts after these mules. The mules are going to die pretty quickly to ghosts. No? You're not going to kill off the mules. Although I'll give him this, he did deny them a lot of mining time, and they and those Void Rays are going to try to catch those Colossi, but he pulled them out of there pretty quick, and yeah, now the mules are gone. So I guess the lost mining time was significant. Those mules didn't get to do much in the end of their life cycle. Well, Greenpeace still has that War Prism back there. Got to keep an eye on that, and looks like Contrarian wants to retake this base, but we got the Void Rays here for Factor, and I don't think there's enough Stalkers here for all these Void Rays. But if you can get the Archons in there, it'll at least do some decent splash damage. But I don't think it's going to be enough. There's a lot of Void Rays there, and they don't seem to be taking damage very quickly, and the forces for Nightclone are quickly thinning out. I don't think he's got it. He might want to get his Colossi out of there because they are in extreme danger right now. But and he's being attacked from the other side by Lilac, and I think, oh yeah, he's gonna, hopefully he can hold off this, hopefully the Zealots can hold off that Marine Marauder before the Colossi go down, but no, it looks like he's gonna pull back, he's gonna get pinchered. But these Void Rays, is he pushing the Void Rays back? Let's say there's only a couple anti-air left. He'd be foolish to pull back now. And Nightclone's pinging because he's like, I got nothing left, I can't do anything about this. And he's got a lot of minerals but no gas, so he really can't warp in that many Stalkers. And now Contrarian's going to try to throw his Stalkers into the battle, but still there's a lot of Void Rays, and they all look pretty well charged up. But all these Marines here for Wolfpack, it looks like it is going to force the Void Rays back, and did take a big hit to that Void Ray force. But if we check out his Stargates, they are still all operating at full, although he is a little low on gas himself, so it's going to be really hard to rebuild that force. Is Wolfpack going to push out? I don't know. That's a lot of cannons. Marine's not the greatest against cannons, but they are going to find this expansion, and it looks like it has a little chance of survival, and I'm not sure what these SCVs are doing right now. And whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry there, I had to pause that for a second because my graphics went all wonky again, and I actually had to restart this replay completely, so... But now I think we're back on track here. Well, the fact that this has happened a few times lately is a bit concerning. I blame the replay that Spartan sent me. He must have copied it wrong and screwed everything up. But it looks like now that Nightclone's kind of determined to take out this expansion this time, letting the Colossi do it well. Originally letting the Colossi do a bit more work and taking out those cannons. And oh, if Factor loses all these Stargates, that's going to really hurt probably their most potent player right now. We still got some forces over here for Final Angel and Greenpeace, but it looks like they're getting pushed back. And with Wolfpack here in the center, here's a big cluster of Void Rays, but they got to be careful. There's a lot of Marines there, and they're Marines. You know, you just 1A them and they destroy everything. But the Void Rays are in a pretty good position. It's gonna be really hard for Wolfpack to get his forces in there, but they've got to be careful. But he's losing all his production facilities, so if he loses all these Void Rays, it's going to be really hard for him to rebuild. And here comes a small force for Lilac, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Although there's not a lot of defense here left for the Colossus, and the anti-air is going away, so it looks like Nightclone is going to have to pull out of there, but it wasn't too late. If Lilac stims and chases after them, oh, he's going to turn around and try to burn him down, but that's going to let the Void Rays catch up, and now I think he's going to lose this army. Didn't quite finish it off. Does he have the concussive? He does have concussive shells. Concussive shells not work. Oh, that's right. Concussive shells don't work on massive. So the couple of the Colossi will get away, and Greenpeace is going to send in a bunch of DTs. Do they have an observer? They have no observer. Definitely need to get an observer. But whoa, what do we got here? A big. Oh, Factor's going to rebuild over here. Boy, Factor's just taking up all the expansions for his allies. Which could be why people like Lilac has never had that big of a force. And more DTs here for Greenpeace. Did he never put a cannon up here to just get destroyed in a previous attack? But there's an observer now at least. And it looks like Spartan's going to try to harass this. He's going to force Factor off the line. And wow, got 6 more Stargates up. Where is he getting all this gas? Wow, he's being fed gas because there's no way he went from 20 to 600 that quickly and then spent it all instantly. So he's definitely being gas fed, but I think this is going to be to the detriment of his allies. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from Lilac? Lilac has no gas. Lilac is not mining, that's why. Lilac has no economy right now, so he's basically trusting on Factor to get all those Void Rays out. But I don't know. I mean, they're pretty good, but if Wolfpack can just get a bunch of Marines, and look, these Stalkers should be more than enough to take out these Void Rays. Although throwing some Zealots and DTs in there, and that might shift the balance. And wow, he's just pumping out those Void Rays like crazy. Because we all know Void Rays are OP, and just look at it. Burn down that whole army. Yeah, okay, the DTs help. Well, Contrarian, watch out, your High Templar. They're going to get sniped. Oh, man, they just got completely sniped by the Dark Templar. Once again, Contrarian throwing away units. He just does not seem to be on his game today. But it seems to be it's all coming down to Factor. We get the occasional DT from Greenpeace, and Final Angel's throwing in some units here or there, but I just don't think they're going to do it. And here comes Nightclone pushing out again. Looks like he's going to be pushing into the Lilac's base, which I don't think is going to do much because the Lilac doesn't really have anything right now. This is just freeing up useless production facilities that they can't really use right now. Oh, but the SCVs are going to get into the action and try to take out that Zealot. And they did actually clean this. Oh, Nightclone's going to be taking this expansion. I'm not sure what for. I wonder if it's just for the gas. There is still quite a bit of gas in there right now. But they don't seem to have anyone coming to stopping it. Well, it looks like we're going to have a counterattack with the Void Rays, which only have 1/1 upgrades. Any resources? Oh, Fanny kind. And Greenpeace is going to leave. And Lilac's going to leave, but then again, he didn't have much left right now. So it looks like They had nothing left but those Void Rays. They were pretty much all depending on those Void Rays eventually, but the Void Rays are still alive and still doing a lot of damage, but, you know, if you can get the right unit composition on these, well, I don't know where they're going right now. I guess they don't want to get too out of position. And long distance mining here for Night Clone. I don't know what these Void Rays can do now. Well, they can take out some Immortals that weren't really doing anything. Wow, how many warp prisms did Greenpeace have? It looks like Factor's going to go back to defend his expansion. I don't know what he plans to do, though. And he is majorly supply blocked. Are these Void Rays actually building? The Void Rays are building, but he is majorly supply blocked. Yeah, that Void Ray is not constructing right now. He needs pylons right now. He has the money. Drop some pylons. And Wolfpack needs 5 minerals. I'm not sure what for. I guess he's gonna throw down an expansion instead. Well, where'd those minerals come from? I don't know. Someone must have gave him extra than he asked for. But it looks like we're just in cleanup here mode now because Night Clone is just pushing forward. Does he have an observer in case any more DTs come? Yes, he does. Thank goodness. And apparently Factor's going to see how long he can hold out this one corner of the map against everything else. Although the map's fairly heavily mined out. I guess he could force a stalemate, but I really don't see it as likely. Oh, no, we still have this whole expansion here. If they spend the resources here wisely, I don't think there's anything Factor can do. Finally getting some pylons up. And Night Clone is continuing his assault through these bases. There's nothing to be done. Factor's just turtling for the sake of dragging this game out. We've been seeing that a lot lately. People will not... And just throwing down a bunch of cannons. Wolfpack, just make Marauders. They'll have more than enough anti-air, I think. Just make a bunch of Marauders and just wipe those cannons off the face of the earth. Is he getting upgrades for those? I probably doesn't even have a cybernetics core anymore, so I don't think he can make a get any upgrades for those. He's just gonna keep pumping out as many as he can get, but it's getting fewer and far between. There's very little gas income left to be had. Oh, it looks like Final Angel has got one final group of units to throw at this because maybe this last couple of Stalkers can win the game against far greater numbers than what we have. And here come a bunch of Void Rays. They're going to be out positioned. If they get softened up, I don't know what they're going to be able to do. He's going to run out of income, and he can't afford to lose these Void Rays, but they're just slicing through this army. To what end, I don't know. They could be going here and trying to snipe all these probes. But instead, they're going to... Oh. I don't know, Factor. You're going to be a factor in giving me an aneurysm. Let's get these Void Rays selected, see if we can see how much damage is done on them. Kill a couple of them so I can fit them all on one page. I mean, this is it. We gotta add one more now. Oh, and a Stalker from Final Angel that survived the last battle. So 27 Void Rays and a Stalker is what's gonna win this game. Well, they're gonna lose a lot of probes, I can tell you that much. I don't think it's really worth it to kill those anymore. He's obviously mined out. It's just these Void Rays. Kill these Void Rays off and we can all go home. Yeah, I don't think the Nexus is your biggest threat right now. As long as they have a Nexus, they can still deliver resources. Oh, we're adding more. So what are we up to? 40? No, 30. I don't know. And all these probes are just marching to their death. Doesn't really matter. Just go kill these things. I don't know if Spartan Stalker's gonna be able to do it. If he has blink, he's got to blink in there. We have more Void Rays. We have more Void Rays. He's not making any more. So I think this is it for the Void Rays. So they're gonna go home and sit here and say, "Come and get me." Come, really, really. Is this really how it's going down? Oh, we still have some mining going on here. And even controlling the medevacs, because why not? Because you can heal nothing. There's no bio army here. These medevacs are worthless. Here we go. Please tell me this is the last stand. Let's watch the Void Rays die. Oh, no, the Void Rays are going to run away like cowards. And let the Marines get a better position on them. We down to 1 page yet? Not quite. They're going to take a lot of damage trying to run back to those photon cannons. There's a GG from Final Angel. I don't know what you were waiting for. Maybe he's waiting for his last stalker. His last stalker must have died because he thought that last stalker was going to win him the game. And here we go. The final battle. Ah, we're down to 24 Void Rays. 23 Void Rays. And the cannons are going to quickly go down because there's no way the Void Rays are taking a lot of damage just trying to get better position. And wow, I can't really count this anymore. Yeah, and here comes the Force in earnest, and they realize their cannons are going to be very little comfort, very little defense much longer. What are we down to? 8, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there's the last Void Ray. And he's just going to leave. Really, Factor? I'm disappointed. Well, I hope you enjoyed this game. I thought the ending was very, very disappointing and very bad sportsmanship from Factor. He's going to sit there and bunker in an unwinnable position and then just leave when his last Void Ray dies. But I hope you enjoyed it, and have a day.